Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Haven Hearth, where my final Forager's quest, we've studied the Frog's Crowns, and would you look at it, we're last quest. And what would that quest be? Well, I'll tell you. Eat parboiled morels. It is the first day of summer. Okay, it's day 10. But I'm not waiting for autumn to do this quest, so unfortunately, we're gonna have to abandon this one. So close. Pick a washed up bladderwrack and gain a point of perception. We'll do that eventually, but first we've got to do this. I have it on good authority that as long as it's been, the Aurochs is certainly ready to fight. Yeah, there he is, and he has almost assuredly lost progress because I slept and went to work, so... Yeah, that's about what I expected. He went from 85% tame to 85% tame. This will be the last time I complain about it. This World 16.1 taming is awful. I hate it. However, that disappointment aside, I have very exciting news. Check it out. One of the bee skeps has wax. That's incredible. And if you're keen-eyed and wondering why I have more bee skeps than I ended the last episode with, I find searching for wild bees incredibly tedious, so I did a little bit of it off camera. Trust me, you missed nothing exciting. But now I can harvest these so we can make sure that the bees keep going. Oh, beets! I was hoping for carrots, but beets aren't bad. Ah, and what's next but to take this out of its shell? Let's see how much of an improvement it was. Considerable. 29.5 as opposed to 22. I think that's as good as we're going to get for a long time. That's pretty much the quality of the ores that we were smelting, so that's really good. I was hoping for over 30, but that's super close. Ah, yes, we've made a ton of discoveries now that we have beeswax. But of course, one among them is king. Hardened leather. If I just make a piece of candleberry wax, I now have enough to make one piece of hardened leather. Now I need, gosh, dozens of hardened leather to do everything I want to do. But it's really hard to get. It's really hard to get hardened leather. At least in the early game, of course. Late game, you're going to be flush with the stuff. This, however, this is what I really need it for now. This mine hole. With 5 of the hardened leathers, I can construct a mine hole to the deeper layer. Now this means I don't even have enough leather. Even if I did have the wax, I don't even have enough leather to make this. So I really need to redouble my hunting efforts, which is easy enough. Very easy, in fact. But what it also means is that I must find a way to get wax, and maybe that's just going to be patience. In every previous world of Haven and Hearth that I've played, I have only ever negligibly been able to improve the rates at which I get wax. It always ends up being a thing where I get caught up in it, and I grind my head against the grindstone trying to get wax, and I get like maybe 1 piece extra, but that takes me so long that I naturally get wax anyway, so I might as well have just been doing something else. So I think that'll probably be the philosophy that I adopt this world. But I really need hardened leather. Really bad. But I have developed, while I was searching for larvae, I have discovered enough of these odd honeycombs that I think I'm actually able to make a piece of beeswax. Yes, indeed I am. Oh, that gave me a good feeling. Yeah, I love beeswax. So I think while I'm hunting, this is going to be my theory, while I'm hunting, I will also be searching for bees. And I will make sure that I light fires under every wild beehive that I see. And that should be able to get me beeswax, I think. But before I do any of that, I'm very hungry. So I'm going to go have myself a quick dinner, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've eaten my dinner, and I'm ready to proceed. Let's see here. I think where I was I was checking in on the leather process. And what I came to discover is that we actually have some leather already done, though we need more water. And that brings me into my next point. I need to make some more barrels so that I have to make less frequent trips down to the river. Okay, so we actually had a little more leather than I thought, which is good, because I... And then, mysteriously, I never finish my sentence, and to this day, even while editing, I have no idea what I was going to say. Alright, so to assess our situation, we are 1 hardened leather deep to our 5 hardened leather goal. But we have an extra beeswax, which really means we're less like 1 out of 5 and more like 3 out of 10 of the way there. Now, this also means that should I acquire either more odd honeycombs or more candleberries, that will further propel me toward this goal. So I think my loop is going to look like this. I'm going to have my axe in one hand and my torch in the other. And with an inventory of boughs, I shall get out there and search for both bees and prey. Oh. Well, isn't that cool? Right next to the bee, there's a washed-up bladder rack right here. Oh, that's really nice. I tell you, what was it I was saying? If you need to find something, you have to stop looking for it. Oh, this is most interesting. I think I'll leave a message. And I don't know if I'm reading too much into this, but it looks like this guy's digging a cellar with all these little boulders. So he might have a pickaxe already, which makes me want to look into these caves. Just out of curiosity. Huh. Okay, well, we know he's been doing submining. But worth noting, we have a new neighbor. And at that, it's a new neighbor with a badger set on his porch. Now, I haven't done too much delving into dungeons because they kind of whoop me every time I try. But dungeons, I have a new interest in them. For one simple reason, and that is that sometimes you can get wax from particular dungeons and like bee loot from dungeons. Now, mostly these are bee dungeons that you can get this loot from, but I'm still interested in poking my head in. Let's gear up. Alright, this is kind of my last chance before I go in to make any adjustments to my combat deck. I think I'll increase my melee combat some. Go big or go home, we'll go all the way up to 89 points. Hopefully a melee combat of 89 allows me to take out some badgers. I pray. Alright, we're in combat with just one badger. That's not too bad. Okay, that wasn't super clean. Because I was worried about my horse. Do I need to go in on my horse? Is that it? Ah! You cannot do that while mounted. So you... Okay. My understanding was that you had to have your animal leashed to go into the dungeon on them. Now I realize you can't go in there with them at all. Okay, well, the more you know. Oh, and I should have brought some yarrow. That would have been clever. Okay, now we're ready. Let's see what happens in here. Ho 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 ho! We've got another combatant. Come here, buddy. Alright, this is an example of a loot chest. What? Interesting. I've never seen a moon moth before. That's kind of cool. The rest of this is pretty garbage. Let's see, what else is in here? Ah, so... Wow, this place is full of badgers! Oh my days, look at them all! Better get started. Well, I think I got unlucky, because the loot can be pretty good, I've heard. The loot can be pretty good. Unfortunately, this time it was really bad. But I don't think this was an average experience. Still pretty cool to clear one, though. And of course, that is going to be great for leather production, I tell ya. Call me a mind flayer, because I love studying all these brains. Look at all that. I think that was probably the best thing we got out of all that. There we go. Now I must bring a lady's mantle to Anwina, catch a dragonfly, and raid an anthill. And I believe this is the final quest of the Credo. And it seems we have a small visitor at our door. A few of them, actually. Some aurochs to replace the others that despawned. Ready, now we got all these fine beasts grabbed up. This could be a problem. Okay, got them all tethered up. Hopefully we'll, in a matter of only a few days, I hope, we'll have a legion of cows and cattle and bulls and, yep, cheese making. Alrighty, now I am going to proceed with this quest line now, but this episode's footage has gone on quite long, and I've now had to edit a lot of episodes with lots of footage to them, so I'm going to show some moderation here, and I'm going to call for an episode break. I thank you all very much for watching, and good night.